if you are 62 and older and you have decided that you want to be a digital nomad and you want to live abroad, then stay tuned to this video because I'm going to explain how living abroad will affect your Social Security, your Medicare, and if you have ACA Obamacare insurance, how that will be affected, okay? And so real quick, my name is Katrice, and I am a licensed health and life insurance broker, and I teach entrepreneurial women how to protect and secure their finances using insurance, retirement, and estate planning. Okay, so let's jump into it. So first, let's talk about your Social Security. Okay, now living abroad, will you still be able to receive your Social Security? Okay, and so yes, you would. Now you would if you plan on moving abroad permanently. Okay, and this is a permanent move, and you have decided I am not coming back to the United States. Okay, and you just need to go into your socialsecurity.gov account. Okay, now if you don't have one, then you definitely need to make one, because that's where you're going to be making the changes at. And so you'll go into your socialsecurity.gov account, and you would just change your address, because you will need to update your address, and you'll also need to update your banking information. Okay, and then Social Security will just direct deposit your check into your account. Okay, so it's simple as that. Now, if you are on Social Security disability, then you will not be able to live abroad. Okay, they will cut off your disability. Okay, now if you have not reached 65 yet, and you get your insurance through the marketplace, so that is ACA Obamacare. Okay, you must reside in the United States to have and utilize ACA insurance, the marketplace insurance. Okay, you will not get any coverage outside of the United States. Okay, now when it comes to Medicare, okay, the short answer is no. Medicare, you cannot live abroad and you utilize Medicare. Okay, however, if you are just traveling abroad and you haven't quite decided if you want to stay living abroad, or if you're just going to travel for a few years just to travel, if you have a med sup, so if you have original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B, and then you have a Part D prescription drug plan, and then you have a Medicare supplement plan, then you could potentially have up to $50,000 that the Medicare supplement plan would pay. Okay, it's normally about a $250 deductible, and they will pay 80% of your medical costs, and you pay 20%, just like Medicare. Okay, now it does need to be a Medicare covered service, so nothing cosmetic will be covered, just like in the States. Medicare will not cover anything cosmetic, and you do have to pay up front. Okay, so you will have to pay for the procedure up front, and then you would submit the claim to your Medicare supplement insurance company, and then be reimbursed. Okay, now if you have decided you are permanently going to live outside of the United States, and you're like, I'm not coming back. Okay, then you have to decide if you want to keep paying your Part B premium or not. Okay, even though you won't be able to use it. Okay, now in my professional opinion, I would say if you can comfortably continue to pay your Part B premium, I would advise that you continue to pay your Part B premium. And if you have a Part D plan, I would advise that you continue to pay that, even though you won't be able to utilize it. Reason being is that if something were to happen abroad and you need to come back to the United States for medical care, and you let go of your Part B because you're like, you know what, I'm not going to be there, I'm cutting costs, it'll be cheaper for me to live abroad, that's money I could use for my living expenses abroad. Okay, if something happens and you have to come back to the United States for medical care, okay, you will be able to get your Part B back. Okay, however, you will be charged a penalty. Okay, it's a 10% per year penalty for however long you were eligible for Part B and you did not have it. Okay, there's also a penalty for Part D, and I'm not quite sure. I think it's like 1% a year, but I'm not totally sure. I have to double check on that. But I know for a fact that the Part B penalty is 10% per year per every year that you were eligible for and you did not have it. Okay. Now, when you come back, there's only certain times of the year that you would be able to re-enroll in Part B, which is at the beginning of the year, which is during the general election period. It's the first 3 months of the year that you would be able to get it back. But once you apply and they calculate, and so say you leave, say 2025, this year you decide, I'm out of here, I'm done. And then say 2027, you come back, okay? And you want to get your Medicare back. That's 10% for every year, so that's 20% on top of your Part B premium. And you're going to have to pay that in order to get it back, okay? And it's not just a one-time thing. That will be your new premium amount, okay? So whatever the Part B premium is for that year, you're going to add 20% to that, and you're going to pay that for the rest of your life, okay? Now, there are certain ways, about one way you can get around it. If you qualify for the Medicare Savings Program, then you would be able to bypass that. However, if your income is not low enough to qualify for the Medicare Savings Program, then you are stuck paying that penalty for forever until you pass away. Okay. So if you can afford to continue to pay your Part B premium, then you definitely should keep paying it, even though you're not using it, because you never know if you would need to come back to the United States for some type of care. And remember that insurance is for the what ifs, okay? And it's financial protection for the what ifs, okay? Now, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, it does not pay overseas. They do have some like emergency services that it'll cover, but you have to, that's only if you're traveling. When you update your address in the your SSA.gov account, and you update your address to be abroad, then it won't pay for anything. Okay, you won't even qualify for Medicare Advantage because you no longer live in the continental United States. Okay, well, not just the continental, but in any United States territory. Okay, so unless you move to say like Puerto Rico, then you would still be able to get Medicare Advantage there. Other than that, no, it won't work. So when you are making the decision whether or not you want to live abroad, you definitely want to factor in your Social Security, your Medicare, and if you haven't reached Medicare and you are on ACA Marketplace Insurance, you definitely want to factor all of that in when it comes to your decision to move. Now, there is travel insurance, medical insurance that you can purchase that will cover you while you are living abroad. And so you definitely want to look into that. That could be an option that you could use when it comes to your insurance. Also, if you have TRICARE for Life, you're good, because TRICARE for Life is worldwide, so it will cover you no matter where you are. You do have to keep your Medicare Parts A and B though, when it comes to your TRICARE for Life. So just keep that in mind as well. Okay, and so that's what I have for this one. Now, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I do respond to all comments, so please put them in the comments and let me know, what do you think? Are you thinking about moving abroad? Are you tired of being in the United States? You look like, I'm out of here. Let me know in the comments. All right. And so until the next time. Oh, now if you found value in this video, please do like the video, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get notifications when I upload a new video. Okay. All right, and so until next time, remember, nobody's coming to save you, and so you have to make sure that you take care of yourself and your finances. Have a good one.